Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the yoga class with me. And I'm very excited that you're all here. We're going to do a basic Baptiste power flow sequence. Above all else, breathe a lot and take care of your body. And if this is new to you in terms of sequencing, just do whatever feels right. You can be in child's pose for a lot of the class if you want. You can take it up a notch if you want the more intense practice. So this is your class, your mat. And so we'll get started with child's pose. Knees as wide as feels comfortable. Reach your hands forward to the front of the room. And right away, start to deepen your breath. Rise to downward facing dog. And pedal out your feet, wake your legs up a little bit. Shoot. Press deeply into your hands, especially the inner edges of your hands and the knuckles of your first finger. Drop your head. Breathing. And come forward to ragdoll. Hang at the front of your mat. You can grasp opposite elbows. You can hold the back of your neck if that feels good for a neck release. Shake your head yes and no. Sway a little bit. Right your hands to the ceiling, lift up, stand up, and reach. Exhale, hands to the center of your heart. Set an intention for your practice. And we'll begin with 3 ohms. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Start to warm up the body. What I love about this practice is we do it individually on our own mat, but we're also a community. So as you continue through the practice, think about breathing for yourself, but also for the people around you. Come to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Stand and reach up. Hands to the ceiling. And forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back to plank or chaturanga. Lower, you can always keep your knees down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Keep a little micro bend in your knees to keep yourself from hyperextending. Onto the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Stand and reach up. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Come to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Stand and reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. First juicy chair of the day. Everybody's favorite part of the class. Really press your thighs together. It takes some of the pressure out of your knees. Warming up the body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one. Take a minute to really set up this pose with your feet at 12 o'clock and the back edge of your left foot really pressing into the mat. Square your hips and shoulders toward the front of the room. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra is always an option. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Same thing, set up the pose by grounding your back foot into the back of your mat. Gently square your hips, that's aspirational sometimes for some of us, but aim your hips toward the front of the room. And really reach up, put energy in your fingers, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step or hop to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Reach up and chaturanga. Take your vinyasa, we'll meet an up dog, a down dog, and then immediately step your left foot forward to warrior one. Beautiful, reach up and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Onto the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, reach up, sit a little deeper this time. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Reach. And exhale, chaturanga. Meet in downward facing dog. And we'll step the left foot forward for warrior one. Reach. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Rise your right leg to the sky. Keep your hips square. And if it's in your practice, flip your dog. Watch your foot land. And when you arrive, press into both feet. Press your hips toward the ceiling and reach toward the front of the room. On your next exhale, come back through plank. And we'll take side plank, right hand down, left arm to the sky. Stack your feet on top of each other and draw your big toes toward your knees, really stabilizing your legs. And exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Rise your left leg to the ceiling. Three-legged dog left. And flip your dog if you did so on the first side, or if you just want to, because it's fun. And again, really press into your feet. Maybe bring them a little bit closer together. Some of you have them pretty wide apart. There you go. And come back over through plank. Side plank, left side, right arm to the ceiling. You can always come down to your elbow or bring a knee down or bring a leg up. Lots of places to go here. Exhale, chaturanga. Take your vinyasa and we will meet in downward facing dog. And step your right foot forward to crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Stack your left heel over your left big toe. Reach your arms for the ceiling. Rotate your upper arms toward your ears. Everybody's front knee looks great. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to your right. Twisted crescent lunge. You can always again bring a knee down. Open your arms if that's in your practice. You can use a block here. You can open your hand inside or outside. And really feel this opening and twisting in your shoulder. Look up to the ceiling if your neck feels comfortable. And now exhale, open to warrior two. This should feel really good. Press into your back foot again as you did in warrior one. Really ground down into that back heel. And take extended side angle. Bring your arm down to your elbow, to a block, to the floor. You can reach up for the ceiling. You can reach your arm overhead. Great breath, everybody. Chaturanga. Your vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward to crescent lunge. Press into the four corners of your left foot. See if you can go a little bit deeper in your front knee. One thing we'll never say in yoga as a cue is grind your teeth together, so can you bring a little bit of lightness to your face, a little bit of fun, a little bit of play. And hands to heart center, we'll twist to the left. Open your arms if you did on the first side. I know for me, my two sides are different. Might be true for all of you as well. And open to warrior two. See if you can go a little deeper in the front knee. Great. And extended side angle. Reach for the front of the room. Happy to grab you a block, or if it's not within reach, let me know. Just wave at me. And chaturanga. Upward dog or low cobra. Downward facing dog. Let's take a lion's breath here. Inhale. Let it go. Very nice. Come to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rise to chair. And make this another nice, deep, juicy chair. Your legs are warm by now. Hands to heart center, twist to the right. Twisting chair pose. Options to open your arm again. Take a bind if it's in your practice. And forward fold. Separate your feet to hip distance. We'll take Padangusthasana with our peace fingers around our big toes. Pull down, elbows out to the side, and just really release. Let this feel extremely awesome. There again, if you want to shake your head out. And bring your feet back to touch. Come back to chair pose. Great breath, keep it up. Hands to heart center, and twist left. Take a look down at your knees and make sure they're in one line. The right knee has a tendency to kind of kick out. And you can fix that by bringing your hips, think about where your hips are, bring them toward the left side of the room. Open your arms again if you did. And forward fold. Again, take your feet to hip distance. This time we'll take gorilla pose with your hands slid all the way under your feet. True story, I had a friend in BC who broke her finger in this pose, so you want to stand on your fingers, but not at the expense of those little bones in there. But do take this opportunity to massage your wrists. They're doing a lot of work for you today. And then bring your hands to the front of the mat, and we'll take crow pose or malasana squat if you're not taking crow today. If you are taking crow, set up with your knees on your triceps. You can lift one foot or both feet. Really engage your core muscles here and look forward. Some of you might have a tripod headstand in your practice. And we'll meet in chaturanga, the back of the mat. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Come to the front of the mat. We'll begin our balancing series with eagle, Garudasana. So bring your right arm under your left arm and your right leg over your left leg. If this bind doesn't feel good on your shoulders, you can always grab your opposite shoulders. Really stabilize in your standing leg. Squeeze your thighs together, that'll create that stability. Lift your elbows off your chest and maintain a steady gaze at one fixed point in the room. Exhale, come out, reach up, and eagle left side. Left arm under, left leg up and over. And if your foot doesn't reach all the way around your calf, be sure to flex that left ankle. Keep your feet in true north. And come out, reach up, right side again. If you can sit a little deeper this time. And imagine that you're standing against the wall and bring your shoulders above your hips. Come on out, eagle on the left one more time. Breath is so awesome this morning, y'all. And exhale, come out. Reach up, and we'll take extended hand to knee or hand to big toe pose. So grab your right knee or your big toe. Begin by stretching, if you have your big toe, begin by stretching forward first. And now open to the right with your arm to the left. Gaze to the left if you can. And if you come out, you come back in. No big thing. Bring your knee or your foot back to center. Extend your foot if you had your knee bent. Really press and flex your heel toward the front of the room. Rise your arms. And swing your right leg back to airplane pose, Dekasana. Really straighten your right leg. Yeah, great. Look up toward the horizon so that your plane is flying somewhere up and away. And bring your feet back to touch. And we'll do the left side. So again, grab your left knee, left big toe. Extend as your hamstrings permit. And then open to the left, hand to the right. If there's a leg nearby, you're welcome to take it and show that person some support. Keep breathing. Foot back to the front of the room. Extend your knee if it was bent. Really flex that foot. Create that strength in your leg and hold it up with your core, not your jaw. And pendulum back to airplane, left side. Press your hands down as if you're pushing water down underneath your hands. Really rise your chest. Keep breathing. And feet together. Dancer pose. Take your right ankle or right foot with your right hand and rise your left hand. And begin, as you're ready, to kick back. Try to keep your knees and hips all in one line versus having your knee having a party over on the right side of the room. Looks beautiful. Great breath, everybody. Come back to stand. Dancer left side. And really kick into your back hand with that foot. That can be made easier by flexing, really flexing into your left foot. Keep that steady gaze on one point in the front of the room. And come back to stand. We'll repeat dancer right side. You can use this opportunity to take a little bit of a deeper variation with both hands around your foot if that's in your practice. I'm also happy to grab you a strap if you want to throw a king dancer into your morning. And come back. Left side one more time. Right arm up, left hand to your back ankle, and kick. Kick that back foot as you rise your chest. More breath. Promise it'll make the pose easier. And come back to stand. And finally we'll take tree pose, Vrikshasana, with your right foot, either at the upper thigh, or you can have it at your calf, just anywhere but your knee joint. Start with your hands at heart center. Press into the four corners of your left foot. Really straighten the standing leg. And now you can reach for the ceiling. You can look up. Close your eyes. Hands back to heart center. And feet back to the floor. Tree on the left. Again, you can match your arm variation. You can take a new one. You can try blinking your eyes closed for a second and just see what happens. And if you fall out, you come back, because falling is not failing. It is life. We fall out, we come back in. Hands down, feet down. Take a deep breath in, stand in mountain pose. Really ground both feet back into the floor. Hands reach up and forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Take a minute and reestablish your breath. Might be a sound that feels good here. Sigh, horse lips. Step your right foot forward to warrior two. This opening up should feel really good. Straighten your right knee. Reach to the front of the room for triangle pose. Hand to block, hand to floor, hand to leg. Keep breathing. And come on up and face me with your feet parallel to the outer edges of your mat. Maybe your heels are a little bit, pigeon-toed. And hands to hips. And we'll take a straddle forward fold. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down to the mat if you'd like, in line with your feet. Some of you might have a tripod headstand. Some of you might really just be enjoying this wonderful forward fold. Really press into your feet if they're on the floor so you can really find the strength in your legs. If you're upside down, come meet us back on earth. And come on up. And turn your feet to face the front of the room for pyramid pose. You might have your legs a little bit narrower at a legs length distance. You can take any arm bind that suits you. You can grab your elbows. You can take reverse namaste. You can just simply bind your hands at the back and then exhale and fold forward over your right leg. Keep a little micro bend in your knees, especially if you're like me and prone to hyperextending. Come up halfway, hands to your hips, and we'll take revolve triangle. So you might want to grab your block and put it to either the inside or the outside of your front leg. And then begin that twist. Really great work, everybody. Keep the breath going. And chaturanga, your vinyasa. You can skip it if you want. You can take a child's pose. We'll meet in downward dog and take our series on the left. And left foot steps forward for warrior two. Straighten your left leg and come into triangle. Reach for the front of the room and then tilt down. Look up if it feels good on your neck. Smile if it feels good in your body. Come up and we'll take straddle forward fold facing me. This time bind your hands behind you. Keep a micro bend in your shoulders so you don't hyperextend your elbows. And then tip forward. Forward fold. Come on up for pyramid on the left side. Turn your left foot to face the front of the room. And bring your stance in a little bit if you need to. Whatever arm bind feels good. Some of you took Gomukhasana on the first side. That was beautiful. Accessible to some, not to me anymore. And forward fold. Come up halfway and we'll take revolve triangle on the other side. Bring your block with you if you need it. And as you press into the block, think about doing so with your fingers versus your hands so you're not dumping into your wrist. And reach up. Beautiful. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Really open your chest and press back to downward facing dog. Come forward to high plank and lower to the floor in a 5 count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll take Shalabhasana, locust pose. So press with your hands with your palms down. As you rise your feet, rise your chest, lift everything up off the chest, bring your navel to your spine. Breathe. One more breath in, a little higher. And exhale, release. Turn your head to face the right side of the room. Wiggle your hips a little bit if you need it. And then set up for bow pose. You can grab your ankles, inside or outside. Or you can take another locust, if that's in your practice. And release. Exhale. Look to the other side. One more bow. Remember your intention. Think about the strength that you bring to everything you do, because I know you all and you're all really strong people. Release. Again, you can windshield wiper your legs, shake your hips, something to release your low back. And then come to the top of your mat for camel pose. If your knees are a little sensitive, you can always hold the front of your mat over, give yourself a little more padding. And when you're in camel, make this about your legs. This is a leg pose. A lot of people view this as a chest opening, but this is really about pressing your legs forward to the front of the room and then rising up. One more deep breath in. And exhale, gently come up. Come onto your back for bridge. And make sure, yeah, your feet are, you can touch your feet with your hands. And press up, press into your feet and the back of your triceps to really lift your chest. Come on down. And take another bridge or take wheel. And if you would like ankles for my sturdy ankles to hold you, I'm happy to provide those. Press into your hands if you're there. And come on down. You take bridge. And wheel again, or bridge. Deep breath in and press up. Press into your feet. Press, press, press. And come on down. And we'll take one more. One more big fun back bend. Bridge or wheel again. Press into your feet. Julie, can you bring your feet a little bit closer together? Give you more power in your legs. Yes. And come down. Supta Baddha Konasana, your feet touching. Kind of a diamond formation with your legs. Or you can also bring your knees in to release your back in a kind of a knock knee. I love the energy that back bends create in the body because it gives us energy for core. Bring your knees above your, in line with your hips. So you're like this, feet at knees at 90 degrees, feet flexed, and we'll do yogi bicycles at your pace. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your knees into your chest. And then lift your feet to the sky, flex your feet. And you might want to place your hands underneath your low back for support and lower your feet 30 degrees toward the front of the room. Breathing. Lower them another 30 degrees. Lower all the way to the floor. You can lift your head and look at your toes. Flex your toes, wave your toes at your face. And then feet back up. One more time. 30 degrees. About a third of the way down. Another third. And 2 inches. Say hello to your feet. And then rise your legs all the way back up. I lied, we'll do one more. Lower them 1/3. You can always keep your knees bent. Lower them another third. 2 inches. And drop your feet and relax. Nice job, everybody. Really nice job. Bring your knees into your chest and extend your legs, and we'll take plow to shoulder stand. So lift your legs up, bring them back overhead. Pause for a minute and plow. Good back opener. And then if you would like to take something other than shoulder stand, Viparita Karani is a great option with your legs on a block, your back sacrum on a block, and your legs up to the sky. Otherwise, rise your legs to shoulder stand, holding the back of your, on either side of your lower back for stability. And in shoulder stand, really press your, again, press your triceps into the floor like you did in bridge, and flex your feet. Bring energy to your legs. And then you can drop, if you're in shoulder stand, drop into ear pressure pose, knees on either side of your head. Curl that energy in. And then gently roll out vertebra by vertebra to a seated position at the front of your mat and set up for half pigeon on your right side. You might prefer to take half pigeon on your back, which is fine. You can bring your right leg to a figure 4. A block under your hips is a great asset for a great assist for many of you. Tight hips are almost a fact of life for a lot of us. Flex your right foot to protect your knee. Come up for double pigeon. Right leg underneath your left leg on top. And here again, really important to flex both feet. Again, a block can be helpful. A block under both feet can feel really good if you. And you can either stay seated upright, pressing your hands back behind you to get a bit of a hip release, or some of you can reach to the front of the room and start to fold forward. Your practice. Double pigeon on the left side. So you can just swing your right foot back. For pigeon on the left. Again, flex your left foot, protect that knee. And double pigeon. Right foot over your left leg. Great breath all the way through. That's great, guys. And again, one side might feel different from the other. You might want to stay upright on this side and really press your hands back behind you. Come on out and we'll take seated one leg forward, forward fold. What the heck is that? Bring your right foot forward to the top corner of your mat and your left foot in like tree. And then extend forward. Flex your foot. And bend your knee a little bit if you need to. Really surrender into this pose. And switch sides. Left foot forward, right foot in. Sit up tall and bring both of your legs out in front of you for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Again, keep a bend in your knees. Come on up and come onto your back, lie back. And we'll take happy baby. Grab either foot with your hand. Flex those feet again. You have room if you want to straighten your legs or straighten one leg at a time. Probably won't kick each other too hard. And then keep the hold of your right knee and lower your left leg to the floor for a supine twist. Any variation that feels good. You can hold your knee, you can actually bring both knees together. Roll to the left and look to the right. And other side, supine twist. And Shavasana, final rest. Let go of everything here. Let go of your breath. Let go of any tension you might be holding. Feel yourself being supported by the earth. bring some movement back to your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms overhead if you want. Gently roll your right side. Take your time. And come up to a comfortable seat. You are all part of my community, and I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you being here today. Hands to heart center, and we'll close with one final Om. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Sensei.